Hi everyone, this is Michelle MJ Brodie. Just thought I'd jump on and do a video walking through Zoom, the different dashboards and the backend settings as a bit of a 101 because every time Zoom does an update, things do change. And sometimes the settings we have already put in place actually get undone, which is very similar to an Apple iPhone. If you're unaware, sometimes you may find that when your Apple phone doesn't update, you lose some of your settings, privacy, and other preferences. And Zoom is no different, unfortunately. So think of this as a bit of a Zoom 101. There's been so many updates in the last 12 months. It really does feel like a whole new platform. So if you're new to Zoom or a frequent user, just pretend we're all new to the platform and we'll go through and explore all the new features and things that we need to know about and some of the things that we really don't need to know about. The thing with Zoom as well is that the platform is varied for different uses. Schools, corporations, businesses, coaches, lots of different people use the platform for lots of different reasons. And so there's a variety of tools and tricks and tips that are really only relevant for certain user groups. So for example, the screen that we're looking at right now is what is your dashboard that usually connects to your desktop. So a lot of people think that when we say, oh, go into Zoom and check your settings, that this is where you go. This is not the Zoom settings. This is your desktop launchpad. And while some things are definitely visible from here with regards to the settings icon here, this is not where the majority of settings live. This is kind of just your quick access settings that you can get to with ease, day-to-day, use by use. You'll see up here now, there are so many new features and options and things that we can access. Predominantly, we're just going to be going through meetings. And they've got this new one here for clips, which is obviously, to create either YouTube short videos or potentially even reels and social media content like that. So they're really trying to be a bit of a everything for everyone kind of a platform these days. So to actually get into proper Zoom settings, what you need to do is you need to actually go to a web browser and go to a Zoom login. And I'm already logged in, so it may not work. But basically, you want to go to zoom.com and log in to your account so that you can actually get into your account settings. So this is what it would look like. And up here, it would say log in. So this is where we actually log in. And when you have logged in, this is what you should see. So these are all of the different settings and applications and utilities that are in the back end. And this area specifically are your plan settings, where you'll find out about your cloud storage, where you can find out about your account settings, etc. And we will walk through those shortly. They've upgraded the dashboard. You can see here, you can now see different kinds of videos that are in your recording files. This is the one that we're currently making. This is my son doing his platform for YouTube. These are any whiteboards that we've created, and just people, obviously my son's been practicing and playing with those a little bit potentially. And these are other products they're trying to sell, increasing cloud storage examples, going up to large meetings of 1,000 people. Their learning center, which if you have a few minutes, definitely worth checking out. So this is their new dashboard, as I mentioned, and here is where we're going to get into this. So, up here, this is their sales area. So if you're looking at, wanting to change your plan for any reason, this is where you can go, or just even simply here. This is sort of some quick links to get to starting a video, etc. So when we come in here and you're looking at your plan, what you're going to see is what's inclusive. Now, I'm on a Zoom One Pro plan. What that means is that I can have unlimited meetings, so up to 30 hours for a session. Like, please don't do that. That would just eat so much cloud storage. Not to mention, why would you bother? Anyway, and that's a continuous. That's not 30 hours, in total. That's a continuous meeting for 30 hours. Hosting up to 100 participants. And now here, this is the stock standard. Okay, so if you have one license, you'll have up to 5 gig of cloud recording storage. If you are recording purely to your own computer and then you're uploading it to, say, your Google Drive or things like that, then obviously you're not actually impacted by the cloud storage. I will go through why I recommend having some cloud storage and how to manage that. But yeah, 5 gig should be enough to do what most people need to do on Zoom. With that in mind, if you go over the 5 gig and you start getting warning messages that they're going to start charging you for your cloud storage, that's when you want to have a plan in place of how you're going to manage that. So as you can see, other options here inside the Pro plan: whiteboards, team chats, mails and calendar. This new features that they are putting in place. You'll see everything's getting an AI companion these days, and any other sort of essential apps and things. But for the most part, this is what we want to see. These are interesting, how people are rolling out AI into Zoom, and we'll do that on a different video. And then we can go through what these other sort of options are and such. This is one of the most popular plans, the Pro plan, because it has the most flexibility. The free plan, you don't have unlimited recording, and you also can't have, I think, more than one other person on the call with you at one time. So your profile is just really them to get to know you. There's not too much going on here for everyone else. Your photo obviously is what's visible when you're not on camera. So make it a good headshot, or sometimes this might be your logo, depending on what you want to do with hosting that call. If you would like, you can always show your pronouns. In a lot of areas of life, that is becoming more and more appropriate and required. As you can see, we've moved some settings. This is just, general information. Making sure your time zone is set correctly is really important for when you're scheduling meetings or being invited to meetings, so that you get the invitations in your correct time zone, whether you're in America or Australia. So this is set to American at the moment. And then just sort of the other options here with regards to your meeting IDs. This is only customizable on certain plans. Otherwise, it's just set by Zoom. Again, just showing you the overview of your license. So you're saying, I have one license for meetings of up to 100 participants, and I can increase the capacity with an add-on if I want to. This is just your general sign-in information for your account. Now, they are doing basically, this is standard. You have to have this on. It can't be turned off. If you turn on your 2-factor, then this one would be turned off. It's just so you basically can't have someone using the license on multiple devices, or infrequently used devices. They just send an email to you with a code for your use. And then that's like configuring with your calendars and things as well for your own personal use. So that's your profile. Basically, what's public is just your picture, your name, and whether or not you choose your pronouns. The rest of it is just internal Zoom use. But yes, the time zone is important for meeting invitations and being invited to meetings. So when we go down here to meetings, this is where we would set up recurring meetings or scheduled meetings, for example. So there are still templates that can be utilized. Rooms are only really used in organizations where there's facilities called Zoom rooms, and they are integrated together. So this isn't really like something that we set. So this is like, if you were to come to a meeting with me, this is my meeting ID. There's a waiting room involved so that I don't have passwords, so that people can just get that link and log straight in. And I've chosen how I want to set those up. So this is pretty much just my generic information. I copy that. I can send it to someone. That's how it works. It's your meeting invitation. This is also used, like I said, through Zoom rooms. Um, these are more if you're doing coaching calls. So every Friday you would schedule a recurring meeting, for example. So we can do that here. We can just say, yep, it's recurring. We can have it recur weekly, every week on a Friday, say. And they don't need to have a end date.